Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. So, guys, since yesterday, there's been a lot of talk about Inoue. Inoue, he's captured the headlines. A lot of people are talking about Inoue and his incredible feat of becoming a four-division world champion. A lot of people are really impressed with Inoue, and some fans, as usual, pushing their agenda. Look, I feel like there's a lot of American fans that are upset by yesterday's result because they felt Stephen Fulton was going to give Inoue a lot of trouble. And the fact that Inoue crushed him so badly, I felt like that hurt a lot of some of the American fans because they actually genuinely felt that Fulton was going to be too big and he was going to be too skilled. Not so skilled, but just be too big for Inoue, and he was going to cause him problems. But the way Inoue battered him and virtually won every round. It wasn't a competitive fight, really. It was actually quite boring because it was quite one-sided. And we've got to the point now where we want to see Inoue tested. We want to see Inoue actually have some trouble. Now, everyone's starting to push the agenda that Inoue should fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, that for me is what's wrong with boxing. That it may be fans wanting to see Inoue get beat, but at the same time, these are the same fans that don't put pressure on people like Gervonta Davis to fight Devin Haney. But yet they want him to fight a smaller fighter in Inoue, who effectively, is fighting right now at 30 years of age, 2 weight classes below where Gervonta started his career. Gervonta's fought as high as 140. Now, people say, well, they're both same height. Height don't mean nothing, man. Amir Khan was 1 inch taller than Canelo. But they're not the same size. Amir Khan couldn't fight at super middleweight, could he? Canelo is fighting as high as light heavy. There was even talk about him going up to cruiser at one point. So the point I'm trying to make is this, is that a lot of people want to see fighters take risks, right? And I get it. I get Inoue is not in divisions which are star-studied and stacked. But Gervonta Davis and people like that are. So why would you want to see Inoue fight Gervonta Davis when Gervonta Davis could fight Shakur? Gervonta Davis could fight Haney. Because I'll tell you why. Because Gervonta Davis probably gets beat by those guys. That's why. And they look at it and think, well, Inoue is a smaller guy. There's less risk. You see, because a lot of these fans that say these things, they push agendas. They want the gravy train to keep going. Inoue is a better fighter than Gervonta Davis. It's not even close. Inoue is a better fighter in terms of pound for pound. He's way better. Not just that, he's a more skillful fighter. You know what? The beauty thing about Inoue is I saw his fight yesterday. And you know that when he finished Fulton off, or when he landed that punch that got Fulton hurt, check the balance of him when he's throwing that punch. And even when he throws the punch and he lands on Fulton, check the balance. He doesn't overbalance. I saw Shane Mosley land the same combination on Floyd. And Shane went off balance. And what they said is the fact that Inoue had such good balance is he was able to follow up and finish off Fulton. Right? Because he didn't go off balance. So that again shows how great Inoue is, that he's technically so good. And these little things that maybe, certain fans, even hardcore fans, don't always see. The balance of Inoue is beautiful. And Inoue is just a technically very sound. The way he cuts off the ring was beautiful again. Fulton was the bigger guy. But Inoue was the one that was on the front foot. Inoue was the one that Fulton knew right away that this guy's got serious power. And it was the speed along with the power. Look, Inoue's breaking these guys down that are bigger than him and bashing them up. Imagine what he was doing to guys that were actually his size, or when he was fighting at lower weight classes. Imagine what they must have been feeling. No wonders they were getting knocked out with one punch. Even effectively, Fulton got hurt with one punch, really. He was out. That right hand finished the job. So you can imagine for guys that are smaller what it would be like. And I even think he goes up to 126 and he could clean out there. I mean, the guy's a monster. His nickname Monster is the right name for him. And he's brilliant to watch. He's exciting as well. But this narrative of him having to go up 3 weight classes. I mean, if Gervonta wants to meet him at 128, then maybe they can talk. But not at, like, even 130. Like, the fight would have to happen at 130, let's be honest. But I don't even think Gervonta can make that anymore. Gervonta can't make 130, so it's unrealistic because I don't think Inoue at 30 years of age is going to be able to, where he's at. I think he can probably go 1 or max 2 more weight class, 2 more. He can go to 130, and even that would be a risk because there's some big guys at 130, right? He'd be massively undersized, and Gervonta can't make 130. There's no way Gervonta is making 130. So then it comes down to, Inoue at 30 years of age isn't going to go up another 13 pounds. He can't because he's not. I actually thought, I never knew Inoue was 30. I thought he was younger than that. I thought he was young. I thought he was about 26, 27. But I was wrong. He's almost my age. I turned 31. So today's 2 days ago I turned 31. So Inoue is effectively near my age. And at my age, you're effectively, you would say, at 30, 31, you're in your prime, physically. And your body has matured. Your body has matured, and you've gained your man strength, you've gained your size, etc. Your body is what it is. You're a man at that point. So Inoue to pack on another 13 pounds of muscle and move up, that's going to be very difficult to do, man. And then remember, Inoue is an explosive fighter. He's a fast guy. You don't want him to lose any of that. If he puts on weight and muscle, he's going to lose that. So for me, I don't think he can go up another 13 pounds. I don't think his frame is big enough and can carry that weight and be effective like he'd need to be in order to be effective. A lot of people think that, his speed and that, his speed, but that speed is going to slow down if you put on muscle. And even if he goes slightly slower, that impact at elite level, that is all it needs in order for you to not be as effective. So, look, I'm a big fan of Inoue, and I would love to see him in big super fights, but I think fights that are being pushed are not realistic. We shouldn't be asking Inoue to be fighting Gervonta Davis. It's a bit like a guy's already daring to be great and a guy's already doing things that are exceptional, and we're now pushing him because he's bashing up guys. We're pushing him into fights where it potentially could be dangerous for him, and it could be against guys that are way oversized compared to him. Gervonta Davis is like about 2 or 3 of Inoue's, because Gervonta Davis is quite broad. And like I said, I think Gervonta is younger. If I'm not mistaken, Gervonta is younger than Inoue as well. So, I'm not. Look, I would love to see it. I would love to see it in the sense that if it could be possible weight-wise, but I don't think it's practical. And I don't think it's fair on Inoue, because I think what would happen is if Inoue gets beat, which I think he probably would against Gervonta, and people are going to say, look, he came up against an A-list fighter and he got knocked out. They won't take into the fact that he's fighting a guy way bigger than him. And I just don't think we should. I think a fighter like Inoue shouldn't go into a fight like that, get beat, and because you will diminish your it doesn't matter the way some certain fans see it. You'll diminish your legacy because you're lost. Because not many fans, some are casuals. They don't really look at it. Oh, well, he's moving up that many weight classes. I don't want to see Inoue lose to somebody who I believe he's better than. I believe Inoue is better than Gervonta Davis. I think if Gervonta Davis was to fight Inoue, the only reason Gervonta Davis would beat Inoue is because he's bigger, not because he's better. And that's what it comes down to. Inoue is already a 4-division world champion. I mean, he cleaned out Stephen Fulton, who's a very good... it wasn't even competitive. He battered him from pillar to post. He literally beat him badly, and Stephen Fulton's a good fighter, a very good fighter, and he beat him easily. It wasn't even a fight, really. I thought Fulton lost every round. So if Fulton lost every round, against a guy that's smaller than him. Imagine how great. That's like Gervonta Davis going up, right, to 140 and literally dominating like the one of the best champions at that weight and not even losing a round, just like literally, because that's what it was. What I saw yesterday was domination. It wasn't competitive. It was a dominating performance by Inoue. It wasn't competitive, in my opinion. It wasn't a competitive fight, and that's scary when a guy's moving up, when he's moved up into his fourth weight class, that it's not even competitive. That's scary. So how far can this man go and keep performing like this without people giving him much trouble? It's scary. And I think he's going to become undisputed at this weight. I think he's going to wipe out, clean out, and then I potentially could do it at 126. Imagine if he becomes undisputed in 3 weight classes. My God, what legacy this man is creating for himself. Unbelievable talent, unbelievable fighter. But yeah, leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.